Good evening, everybody. So I'm coming on here for my 2 cents to talk about something that I've seen on YouTube on Megyn Kelly. It looked like it was posted maybe 3 to 4 days ago. On this particular panel, she had two people, not just herself, and they were speaking on the Idaho College murders case. Megyn then started to read a document that had to do with something with a possibility, a mention of a co-defendant in this particular case, meaning a second party. Now, when they apprehended this young man or brought him in for questioning, he asked if there were any other people other than himself that were brought in. Okay, so then they spoke on, the people on the panel spoke of, again, something that I mentioned before about in mainstream newscasts, social media being mentioned, and even going as far as to show posts on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and so forth and so on. Now, both of the people were older, more established people in law enforcement, in the criminal justice system. People are experts. And there was a lady on there, and she seemed very perturbed by social media and bloggers and content creators, and how they are theorizing about certain criminal cases, whether they be closed or more so open. She didn't really say. I got the impression it was open cases. And she says that they are becoming very problematic, and she feels that they are interfering with the progression of criminal cases, criminal investigations. And she even went on to say that a lot of criminal investigations are stopped because of bloggers. She used a term called dogpiling. I'm not very familiar with that, but I am going to go and look that up. What does dogpiling mean? Okay, I'm looking at my notes. She went on again to talk about how they're speculating, using their imagination, spewing fantastical theories and concoctions that make no sense. She feels that these people have nothing to say and are stopping actual live active crimes, their investigations, and somehow meddling. What do you guys think? Do you think that that's what they're doing? She said also, she had a lot to say. The gentleman actually spoke after her, and he stuck more to the particular document that Megyn read. Megyn said, I'm going to get back to what I was saying. Megyn was saying that she had never seen this particular document before and how it was worded in the jargon that it was used. Now, the older gentleman, he stuck to that. He said that he'd never seen it in the past, but he'd been seeing it more and more. Okay. So she said that people are doing it. A lot of the people, the bloggers, are doing it for attention, and that is a danger to law enforcement, encouraging people to come forth who have nothing relevant to say. It discourages or stops those who truly have something worthwhile to say. So it's stopping people. So people are knowing stuff, tipsters or whatever, and it's stopping. These bloggers are stopping them from coming forth with actual evidence. They said it's threatening the criminal justice system as a whole, and that social bloggers need to be just stopped. What do you guys think? Do you think that bloggers are stopping or are a menace to lawyers and criminal the system as a whole? Now, in my opinion, I'm gonna give you my opinion. The things that I haven't really been following that particular case, to be honest. the Idaho murder case with those college students. I know something of it here and there. I do feel that there's more than one person. I actually am not so sure that it's the same, that's the person, to be honest. That's from my gut. That's just from my gut. It doesn't seem right. And maybe I'm obstructing justice by saying something, by having an opinion and saying it here. I don't know. Maybe some people may see it as that. It's just my opinion. But in my gut, there's more to it. There's more to it. And when I saw the young man, I was like, that's not him. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever spoken on it, but I just see his face and them saying that it was him. I don't know. Something is not right there. That was just my gut. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking about that. Okay, usually the cases that draw my attention are the ones that are the forgotten ones. The Zakira Kemp, okay, which I am still following. I'm actually following bloggers because no one else is investigating or speaking on this case. They happened July of last year. That is what is interesting to me. Cases that involve people that look like me and are part of my community, in which no one is coming forth in the law and criminal justice system. Okay, they're missing and they're still missing and no one knows what happened to them. They're getting very little to no coverage. Somehow the bloggers are the ones that are bringing it to me. People that look like me, people who live in neighborhoods, people, everyday working people of color who I've never heard of. I've never seen it on the news. I've never seen it online. And when I go and look at various bloggers on YouTube, that's where I go to for my information. You guys know that already. These are people I've never heard of. And it's interesting to me because it could be what? Me. It could be me or someone that I know. It could be a neighbor. It could be someone. You know what I'm saying? The people that are forgotten. And we keep talking about this and saying this. It's not just me. And I feel like the people, the bloggers that are on YouTube, they feel the same way that I do. Now, I realize there are people who are out there and they call clout chasers. People are just doing it for attention. That's just for everyone. They could be of any nationality. They could be of any race, gender, so forth and so on. Those are the ones that interest me. The ones that I do not hear about. And like I said, I'm bringing attention again to the Zakira Kemp one. Never heard of her. There's only maybe a couple of people when I first heard about it that were talking about her. And then I started to look her up and I started to look inside what I could find. And it seemed like once I started to dig, because that's how deep it is, no one's looking. And there's inconsistencies, and there are things that to find out who is her mother, who is her brother, how long has she been missing, what were these, because there are people that are missing that, and they could be of any, like I said, they could be of any nationality or any gender or a gender identity, and no one talks about them, and then they just it just fades to black, and then it's another person, and it's another woman, and it's another man of color, and then nothing's done, and then sadly they're never found, or they're found deceased. Now, those are the ones that interest me. And with the Zakira one, I feel like she's still alive. I cannot explain it. I feel like this young lady is still alive. I do not know for how long she's alive, and it doesn't give me pleasure to say that. And there have been things that people have said about her mother. I have gone onto her, looked at interviews that other people, bloggers, have done, and found her. I have found her on social media, and I've seen really nasty things that people have posted